This video is called Can England Go All the Way? Marcus, can England go all the way?
I'm going to say no.
Thank you very much for tuning in.
And good night.
Absolutely.
No! Well, they can. They can. They can. Of course they can go all the way. But are they going to go all the way?
That's what I'm saying. I'm asking you. Don't you ask me. I'm asking you.
I don't just, toe the line, the bowling bunkers line.
Mm.
I'm going to say no because I don't think they're the best team.
Okay. So who's going to beat? So, okay. Right. So we've got Denmark coming up.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Tell us about Denmark. Apart from they've got someone called Braithwaite, who everyone seems to think is called Brathwaite. Can you not read?
Well, you thought a mojito was called a mojito.
It's a nice little drink, actually. Nice. You can't beat a tin of mosquito.
Denmark. I'm not concerned about Denmark.
Yeah.
I'm concerned about Italy.
Well, forget Italy for the moment.
Well, what do you want to know about Denmark?
Well, I'm asking you.
I don't know a great deal. Why don't you start with Denmark?
Well, as I just said, they got someone called Braithwaite, who everyone calls Brathwaite.
Was that it? Is that all you know?
No, listen. I think what you got with Denmark is a team who are buoyed by an exceptional set of circumstances, actually.
Agreed.
And I think what that's done is it's unified a collective spirit within the team, which is sort of propelling them beyond the realms of their ability. Mm-hmm. So they're better than the sum of their parts, if you want. I think there's a level of performance from them which they wouldn't normally attain. And I think particularly in wide areas, they've looked scintillated, and the way they've got it through to Braithwaite has been pretty good, really. Good, yeah. But that only goes so far. At some point, you need ability, and that how much can the Christian Eriksen factor?
Sure.
How long does it last, basically?
Yes, well, it's true. What can we say about Denmark?
Well, I just said plenty.
Fine. Well, this is the end of the video then, probably.
Well, no, it's not just because it's actually about England. Look, let's get this right. Okay, Harry Kane, a bit barren at the start.
True.
Now he's scoring. Now I don't think he wouldn't have wanted to be taken off the pitch by Gareth Southgate in the end. He would have been thinking, fill your boots. There's goals here against Ukraine. Southgate did the right thing by taking him off. But you said to me when we were watching the game on 3 goals. What did you say about Harry Kane and Golden Boot?
Well, I said Harry Kane will be acutely aware that he's in contention for winning the Golden Boot. He won it last 3 years ago in the World Cup with 6 goals. I think he got for England. He's on 3. Ronaldo's got 5. He's out. Lukaku's got 4. Out. Kane 3. In. And Raheem Sterling 3 goals and still in. So he's got a damn good chance. 2 more games to go. Harry Kane will desperately want that. England win or coming home, win the whole championship or not, Harry Kane will still want to win the Golden Boot. He's ruthless. He's a world class. He's a clinical finisher. He will still want to get the Golden Boot.
Well, I think what is also key here and what is important is to realise that we've actually gone away to play that game. And what actually happened was you started with a crowd who were, clearly there was no partisan crowd there at all because it was a neutral ground. But maybe a crowd that started with maybe a slight allegiance to Ukraine. And if you, there's Shevchenko had made a sort of impassioned plea to say, I once played in Italy for Milan, nowhere near Rome, but Milan. So please, you should support me. A very
tenuous connection,
very tenuous connection there. And I'm not sure if that had anything to do with it, but you did feel that maybe the crowd were a little bit towards Ukraine. I think actually the scintillating football of England won the crowd around, and by the end they were shouting "Olé!"
Oh, very much so. Yeah, you can hear them.
So that was really, really good from their point of view. But for England to actually go away and win handsomely, I actually think coming back to play home matches now gives them a boost. So they've almost had a little away game, come back, and actually I do think there's a factor there which. And let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's not talk beyond the next game. Actually, let's talk beyond the next game because we're not footballers who have got to give a cliched answer that has been managed by a press officer where they won't talk about anyone but Denmark. Let's talk about that because you mentioned Italy. If we get beyond Denmark, then it is Italy. There's a Wembley factor there, mate. There is a massive Wembley factor, and as well as Italy have done, they have not played. They've not played. I would suggest not only have they not played against a partisan crowd in this tournament, they've probably not played against a partisan crowd, any of them, for nigh on 2 years.
Quite true.
And
and it's not necessarily Italy. It could be Spain. I fancy Italy will beat Spain. Quite frankly, I mean Italy. As we've discussed, have been the best team of the tournament. Absolutely fantastic. Big loss for them. Spinazzola,
massive loss,
left back.
So impressive.
That's a big loss for them. But they've been fantastic, and it's quite true. I think for the final, in fact, we've had 40,000 fans there for the last game. England were at Wembley. I think for the final, there's going to be 60,000 fans there, and they'll be baying for England if we do get there, and it's against Italy, to beat them. So yes, there's going to be the 12th man, the Wembley factor in that game. And we can definitely win. We can definitely bring it home. I just feel from the scintillating football I've seen from Italy, the way they well beat Belgium. I know it was only 2-1, but they were the far better side. They've been fantastic, Italy. I've really enjoyed watching them. Not that I didn't enjoy watching the last game from England. We were brilliant. Ukraine were poor. England were excellent. We had to do a job. It was a potential banana skin. After the euphoria of beating Germany, there could have been a bit of the after the Lord Mayor's show. Yes. We got the monkey off the back of Germany. That was the big game. We had to beat Germany. And it felt we breathed a sigh of relief when we did so. And Ukraine were, frankly, a bit like Sweden 3 years ago in the World Cup, were very poor. We beat them well.
Yeah.
And we go on to Denmark, and we should beat Denmark. We are, on paper, a far better side than Denmark.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll have a tactical plan. I also think you've probably got the irresistible force against the immovable objects when you deal with England and Italy, and obviously them being the irresistible force. But I also think you look at it and think, well, hold on. England have got players that are growing into this. How many times have you seen World Cups and European Championships where actually teams start slowly and then they grow? And I think we have that. So I think Raheem Sterling finished the season or didn't have a great season by his own lofty standards at Manchester City. Even Pepper dropped him from the team. Maguire was injured. Harry Kane has got this sort of Damocles hanging over his head, which is the transfer. He wants out of Tottenham. Daniel Levy wants to keep him at Tottenham. And he started slowly again. Then you've got this fledgling partnership in central midfield. And I think there's a number of things going for England here. Also, I think a shaky season for Pickford as well. And I think as time goes on, at each and every game, now we have a collective that are growing into it.
True.
And with each game, all of those players that I've just mentioned get a little bit better.
Yeah, about Luke Shaw as well.
Oh, great example.
Yeah, but not a terrific season at Man United. But again, he's made that left back position his own, hasn't he? He really has. Trippier started the tournament left back. Chilwell's not a look in. Then he had to isolate with Mount because he obviously mixed with Billy Gilmore when they played the Scotland game. But Luke Shaw, since he's come back in, it's been fantastic. 3 assists. Can't drop him. Been absolutely superb. And Stone, Stone as well, great season
really good
for him at City again. Looks a fantastically confident player. Again, can't drop him. I think those 3 positions, Shaw, Maguire, Stones, it's really the right back position as we have discussed before. Who's going to go in there? Is Trippier going to get the position back? Is Kyle Walker? Is Southgate still going to stick with Kyle Walker that he clearly did it in the Ukraine game, or is he going to go back to Trippier? Reece James hasn't had a start yet. I can't imagine he's going to bring James in for the semi-finals.
I think not now. I think it's now hard for any. Look, he's shown an ability and a willingness to mix it up, Southgate, and I think the further it goes in the tournament, the less likely that is. I mean, I don't think he's going to be. Let's say let's say England would get to the final.
Yeah,
I don't think he's going to be trying anything. He's not going to be throwing any curveballs. So
no.
I don't think there'll be anyone.
Connor Cody's not going to be flying in at the centre back.
No, I think if we haven't seen you already, we ain't seen you now. Okay, sure. And I mean that against Denmark as well. And I do feel that, as I mentioned, I can't remember if it was this video or the video before. I think Foden, we won't see Foden. Certainly not starting. I don't think we'll see him anymore in this championship. Nothing against Phil Foden. I don't even have to say it. Everybody knows he's brilliant. That's just the way it goes on this one. And I do feel that peaking at the right time is key to a lot of these tournaments. We've seen it so many times. And as good as Italy have been, they've actually, they peaked right at the start. Their first game was sensational. We spoke about them earlier, and Barella and Spinazzola and Insigne or whatever his name is.
The goalkeeper.
No, he's not a goalkeeper. He's a left. He's a left. He's a little number 10. Plays on the left.
Thanks for clarifying that.
Cheers. Yeah.
Oh, Donadonga, whatever his name is.
Donnarumma.
That's the one.
I heard a rumor. Donnarumma.
Indeed.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's all right, isn't he?
He's fantastic. Absolutely superb positioning. I really enjoyed his performance.
His nose is
yesterday.
almost as big as yours. I noticed.
Almost.
Yeah.
Yeah. Steady on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So bang.
We haven't said anything about Spain. We're assuming Italy are going to beat Spain.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's been some upsets in this tournament. A word on Spain, Chris, in the final.
They are Spanish.
Clever.
Iberian. They've got a red kit. He
knows his stuff, this man.
Luis Enrique is their manager.
Yeah. Like tapas.
I've never seen him play.
No. Good.
No.
Tasty.
He plays in little pockets. Little pockets. He can never perform for the whole game. But just a little bit here and there. Tapas. Yeah.
Expensive players.
It certainly is. I'll tell you what, he's more expensive than paintball.
No. He'd be silly now.
No, I know. Sorry, different video again. That was yesterday's. I do have to apologise for the sound on yesterday's video. It was mainly his fault.
Why?
I don't know. Anyway, look, look. This is. Do you know what it is? You made the point earlier. This is so important because of the lockdown, because of the way. This is the time to win a football tournament.
Oh my gosh, we'll never get a better time.
This is it. I mean, nobody will get a better time.
No,
nobody. But any country that wins this, the shot in the arm. I'll have a better phrase. You need a double shot.
Shot in the arm.
Yeah, shot in the arm. Double. Let's have two. We need two shots in the arm, of course.
That's true.
The shot in the arm that this gives you, or any country or football association or whatever it might be, is absolutely huge. The uplift on a time, and let's be perfectly honest, when there's a certain amount of doom and gloom, rightly so, because we've all been locked in our houses for such a long time, the uplift and the feel-good factor this will give any nation is let's not exclude Spain in that, of course, because Spain is a nation who can win it. Catalonia is also a nation as well, did you know? But that's a subject for a different day.
Digressing.
There we go. But yeah, look, I think it's really, really important that we take those sort of factors into account. I do think that the COVID factor, which is a worse version of the X factor,
the Krypton factor as well.
It's a Krypton factor. It's so good, the COVID factor. How many people watch it? There's so many channels these days, and most people playing on their phones. But it's a terrible show, the COVID factor. No, but I think the COVID factor, the Wembley factor, and factor 50 all go to play into.
Can you bring it back to football? You're talking
yeah. I know.
Everyone's tuning out.
They always do anyway. There's no one left. It's honestly basically there's a guy called Andy Walsh. He's the only one guy watching by now.
Is that right?
Yeah. All right, Andy.
Thanks for watching, Andy.
Cheers, mate. So yeah, I just think all those factors do come into play. It ain't just about football on the pitch. I do think there's some other tangible things. I do think the fans in the stadium is massive.
Very much so. And having the semi-final and the final at Wembley is undoubtedly an advantage to England. Not having to travel, goodness knows how many thousands of miles, having it in your own climate, your own rotten weather climate we've been suffering from the last few weeks, definite advantage. But
it's been nice here.
Where?
Here.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know where you've been. Actually, you've been in Wales.
I've been in Wales. It was wet.
Wales.
It was wet.
That's why.
I was in Wales and Wales got knocked out.
That's why.
What they got knocked out because I was there.
You were.
I don't know. A talisman.
Piddling up a tree in the Brecon Beacons or something like that.
There's no trees in the Brecons. There's lots of slate.
That's because you keep urinating on them.
Indeed.
It's killed it.
We're getting off topic.
Deforestation.
I was going to say something about Italy.
Yeah.
Did you see the way they celebrated and the goals, the blocks, Bonucci and Chiellina? Is it Chiellina?
Chiellini.
That's the one. Chiellina. Yeah. What a pairing they are. Absolutely fantastic. Donnarumma. Brilliant.
Yeah. Fantastic.
And even when they're coming off and substituting, there's lots of kissing. Obviously, Italians are very passionate nature, giving it all this. I mean, they're fantastic. What is it? I mean,
expressed.
They're the only nation that does this and gets away with it.
You're not allowed to do that.
No, but they're fantastic. A fantastic, passionate country. I love Italy. I think the Italian team is brilliant.
Yeah.
But is it coming home? It could do. I'm just a bit wary.
I just want to see if there's a substitution. Calvert-Lewin and Harry Kane. Harry Kane. Obviously. Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice, wouldn't it?
It would be. I can't see it happening.
Guffer. You tried to kiss me. I mean, what can you do?
You're talking about the England captain here.
Sorry?
You're talking about the England captain.
Oh, no, that was Rio Ferdinand.
Oh, was it?
That's where I've heard.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Wasn't really.
No.
It's terrible. Anyway,
Did you see him today, the Rio Ferdinand?
good beard.
Great grooming.
He's got a great beard. He's
His
got
beard,
a really
it is,
good beard.
His cuts.
I think he's painted.
Is it?
I think he's
It
painted.
could be painted or laser. Yeah, lasered on
Laser,
or off.
a laser. When he went in for the
Wax.
eye surgery, they said, "What charge?" He said, "Forget the eyes, just laser me a
His
beard."
beard
What's your
is
beard?
black
Absolutely.
and
yeah.
cut.
Yeah, they said, "What do you want, Captain Birdseye?" Nah,
No,
Blackbeard.
no.
Thank you. I'm going for pirate. Give me
Yeah.
Blackbeard. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, photoshopped on perhaps.
Probably.
It's amazing.
I know it's a good beard.
It's a good beard.
It's a good beard. Unfortunately, he talks a lot of nonsense about West Ham and about Declan Rice. So Rio is not a family favourite on Hammer's chat.
Is he not?
No, we don't.
Who is a family favourite?
Cookie Monster. We quite like Cookie Monster.
But a football player.
Oh right. Well,
Cookie Monster.
Vladimir Soufal.
Oh,
You
okay.
can say
Who-
anything, or Thomas Suchek. You can't say
Well, I can't-
anything.
What bad about them?
No.
Well, I can because
you-
they went out today. They lost today.
Yeah, well that's
They're out.
yeah. Well, there
They're
you
out.
go.
That's a fact.
Yeah, that's a
And
fact.
they
That's not
deserve,
saying anything.
Denmark were the better side.
Yeah, okay. They were.
Yeah, and we're playing them next.
Yeah. I think they relied a little bit too much on Schneeks in the end.
Sneaks up front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't
couldn't
score from the opposition goal every game of the week.
Every game of the week.
Mm,
Have another beer.
I will. Anyway, whilst we go and have another beer, thank you very much for joining us. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Where do you think England can go all the way? If you'd like to help out Hammer's Chat, please do support us on Patreon. The link is in the description below. Not him. You're not helping me out. Not helping him out. You're
Doesn't
helping
help me out at all.
No. In fact, he's going. All he's done is drink the beer that he brought round.
Yeah.
Mm.
And eat your pizza.
And eat my pizza. Good pizza. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow, probably talking about some sort of West Ham shenanigans. Probably West Ham shenanigans tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Probably Souček, probably Soufal. Probably something to do with the fact that Soufal has turned down his latest contract. Yeah, I think no. He's up. He's unimpressed. Unimpressed with the money offered. Tuppence and a curly whirly, apparently.